Moving on to the present seminar. This national seminar aims to enlighten the participants on the NAAC parameters and the various methodologies of acquiring a good grade according to the revised framework. Without much ado, let us begin the program by invoking the blessings of the Almighty. I invite Reverend Sister Jesna and Ms. Reina for the prayer song.
Come the fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount and fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love. Oh, to grace, how great a debtor, daily I constrained to be. Let thy goodness, like a fetter, bind my wandering heart to thee. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, oh, take and seal it for thy God's above. Here's my heart, oh, take and seal it for thy God's above.
Thank you, Sister and Reina. I now humbly call upon our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Matthew Stithelli, to formally welcome this virtual gathering.
A very good morning and hearty welcome to all to KE College. Respected President of the meeting, our beloved Principal Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, today's Chief Guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Sabu, our keynote speaker Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, our local society representative and NAAC peer team member Dr. T.M. Joseph sir, our respected Vice Principal Father Dr. Xavier Chirandara CMI, our Bursar Father Joby Joseph Mughlail CMI, our NAAC coordinator Dr. Sandhya C, and my friends of KE family and dear participants. I am delighted that so many participants from different parts of the country have accepted our invitation and joined the webinar. As the IQAC coordinator of the college, I welcome you all to this webinar and I wish all the very best to each and everyone. With immense pleasure, let me welcome our beloved Principal Dr. Bs Panmudiraj. You are our leader. You show motherly love and give fatherly confidence. Your endless care, guidance and support prove that you are a great leader. We are really blessed to have a principal like you. With a thankful heart, we welcome you, dear Madam. Nothing great will not be achieved without great men, and men are only great if they are determined to do so. Welcoming a man of impeccable sense of duty and responsibility, that is our Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Sabu, a vibrant and dynamic person, always brimming with new idea and definitely amenable to changes. Adorned by a humanitarian edge, the Honorable Vice Chancellor is a personality to be copied. My dear fellow listeners, on behalf of the management, staff and students, and also on behalf of everyone present here, let me welcome and thank our Vice Chancellor for providing his gracious presence to join us today in this August Assembly. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Matthew.
The fragrance of flowers spread only in wind, but the goodness of a person spread in all directions. I am profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Bs Panmudiraj sir. He is a friend and a guide, always accessible and welcoming with warm behavior. He eases our tension and fear. Dr. Ponmudiraj sir, the advisor NAAC, is an individual with inborn nature of being helpful to others. As a NAAC representative, I take this opportunity to thank NAAC for sponsoring this program also. Dispensing his responsibilities with his usual sense of loyalty, sir, your personality is sincerely welcomed. We feel honored to have with us Dr. Professor T.M. Joseph, our local society representative and the NAAC peer team member, the man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, an idol of knowledge, experience and inspiration to all of us. Hearty welcome, Joseph sir. One tree can start a forest, one word can frame a goal, one candle can wipe out darkness. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone. It is my turn to extend a gracious and inclusive welcome to our respected Vice Principal, Father Dr. Xavier Chirandara CMI. It is your sense of commitment which creates an apt platform for us to grow both mentally and spiritually. On this great morning, with the merging of minds, we welcome you, dear Father. The more you take responsibility of your past and present, the more you are able to create the future you seek. Our two pillars, our manager, Father Matthew Chakalekal, and our backbone, our Barsa, Reverend Father Joby Joseph Mukalel CMI. Your deep faith, vibrant spirituality, and unwavering commitment to your vision helped us a lot. We welcome you and wish you a splendid time with us. I also welcome all our mentors, Dr. Josh James sir, Dr. Suresh sir, Dr. Mendes sir, and my dear friend Dr. Binu sir, who are the bright sparks and gems of this webinar. Before we get started, I would like to express appreciation to all of them who generously helped to make this event come together to become a success. This webinar could not have done without you people, especially our NAAC coordinator, Dr. Sandhyasi, our joint coordinator, Dr. Jolima Matthew, our secretary, Dr. Renu Jose, Mr. Tijo sir, Samuel sir, Mr. Sibin, Mr. Jerin, and the comparers, Amil Shari Miss, Midila Miss, Naomi Miss, and all the members of the KE family. A very high to all my KE family members. I also welcome and acknowledge all the participants. You are the cream of this webinar. I wish everyone a successful and a fruitful conference. Through the mediation of Saint Chavara, may God shower upon blessings on everyone gathered here. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir, for performing the solemn duty of welcoming the gathering. I now humbly invite Dr. Bridget Paul, Principal of the College, for the Presidential Address.
Good morning, all. Honorable Vice Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi University, Dr. Sabu Thomas, Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, Advisor NAAC, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Matthew Stitelli, NAAC Coordinator, Dr. Sandhya C, Vice Principal, Reverend Dr. Xavier Chirandara, Professor T.M. Joseph, former Principal, Newman College and local society representative of IQAC, all our mentors, faculty members from other colleges, and dear colleagues, my dear friends. Excellence is the unlimited ability to improve the quality of what you have to offer. KE College has always been striving to achieve excellence through various innovative programs and strategies. The IQAC of the college is taking lead in formulating and devising such programs under the able guidance of Dr. Matthew Stitelli and Dr. Sandhya C. I am extremely happy that IQAC is organizing a NAAC-sponsored national level seminar on revised accreditation norms. We have very eminent resource persons ready to share their knowledge and expertise. The purpose of accreditation is the improvement of academic quality and public accountability by creating a set of quality standards for all education institutions. It also identifies strengths and gaps in the programs and processes offered by higher education institutions, thereby guiding them in the right direction. In this context, it is imperative to get familiarized with the norms and standards of accreditation. I believe this national level seminar will enlighten the participants on the revised NAAC framework and also help in mitigating our fears and clearing doubts regarding the accreditation process. I wholeheartedly welcome Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, Advisor NAAC, to KE fraternity. Dr. Sabu Thomas doesn't need an introduction since he is one of the prominent alumni of the college. I also welcome other resource persons to KE College. I wish this national seminar be a grand success. I congratulate the organizers and wish everyone a fruitful time. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of encouragement. Dr. Sabu Thomas, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi University, is a renowned scientist and a man of wisdom. We are proud that he is an alumnus of KE College, Mannanam. I humbly request Dr. Sabu Thomas to inaugurate this national seminar.
Very good morning to all of you. The principal of the college, Dr. Bridget, IQAC directors, Dr. Matthew, Sandhya, Professor Raj, Professor Joseph, GM Joseph, my great friend and collaborator, Professor Matthew, we see her from the Department of Chemistry, Professor, colleagues of other schools, management authorities, students, and my dear friends. I am extremely delighted that KE College Mannanam is doing extremely well. Being an alumnus of this college, I'm always part of this program, all the programs. They invite me, all the programs. I'm really excited to be part of you always. Personally, I like conference and meeting symposia. I myself is organizing probably 5 to 6 international meetings every year. Conferences and meeting symposia always help you to understand the state of the art. I remember my advisor at the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, back in 87. I was doing my PhD 84, 87. He used to attend all the conferences, in meetings, symposia. He was traveling a lot. His name is Sadan Kumar Dev. And he used to tell us, if you go for a conference, especially ACS meeting in the United States, and if you attend the meeting very carefully, then he told us that then you understand the state of the art, what is happening. Therefore, conference meeting symposia gives a lot of opportunities to meet new people, to listen new ideas. I'm glad that KE College is organizing a NAAC-sponsored revised accreditation framework. If you look at the accreditation framework, we have been interacting with the NAAC for several years. NAAC does a lot of changes in the accreditation process. And this is a very important point to be looked into. Otherwise, you cannot get a good ranking. Look at all the funding that we get now in the country. They're based on NAAC ranking, NARF ranking. Since I took over as the Vice Chancellor of the Mahatma Gandhi University, we are putting a lot of effort to get good ranking. Probably you might know that now we are ranked internationally by Times. Our ranking is 713, the global ranking of MGU. Therefore, accreditation is gaining a lot of importance. If you don't get a good accreditation, you won't get much grant. Mahatma Gandhi University got a MHRD grant of 50 crores because of our good grading system, good grading by NAAC as well as NARF. And I'm glad that K College is doing extremely well. And you have a very active IQAC team. And today you are organizing a very exciting workshop on revised NAAC regulations on accreditation process. When you look at the NAAC program, you all understand that they look at 4 important components. One is teaching, learning, evaluation. It's a very important component. If you look at colleges, have to be extremely active in teaching. And again, if you look at the grade or the mark that you get teaching, learning, evaluation, if I remember correctly, it is close to 350 marks. But universities, the point that they gave is only 200 points. The colleges have to be extremely active in a teaching process. That is why the mark out of 1,000, 350 for teaching, learning, evaluation for colleges. The second important component is research. And again, if you look at the NAAC grading, NAAC ranking for colleges, the number of points, 150 points. But universities, 250. That universities should put a lot of effort for research. The next important component is consultancy. I request all the faculty members to be very active in a consultancy program. The next component is extension. You have to be very active in extension program. I remember when I went to University of Pennsylvania as a Fulbright fellow, there's a separate huge school for consultancy at University of Pennsylvania. University of Pennsylvania has more than 10,000 faculty members in the campus, and all the faculty members are very active in extension program. Therefore, NAAC has a very important component of extension. Again, if you look at NAAC very carefully, you will see there are 7 components. A component in curricular aspects. Extremely important, you have to make your syllabi completely outcome-based. Otherwise, you cannot score good mark. The second component is teaching, learning, evaluation. Wherever you can put innovations, you have to put innovations in teaching and evaluation. Technology for teaching, technology for learning, technology for evaluation. Look at our new NEP policy. They say wherever you can apply technology, you have to adopt technology. The third important component is research, consultancy, and extension. Extremely important. And I want the teachers to be extremely active in research, bring in a lot of funding, write high impact publications, conduct large number of conferences, symposia. You have to be a consultant to many companies and many organizations. And you have to invite your society to be very active in extension activities for disseminating your knowledge that you create at the college to the society is very important. Then infrastructure, a big component for infrastructure, 100 marks, learning resources. You have to build up really good infrastructure. I request the management to give lots of trust for infrastructure development, good library, good laboratory, good classrooms, very important. Student support system and progression, that's very important. You have to adopt large number of student support system. Remedial coaching, CSER coaching, wherever you can support students, please do that. And student progression is very important. Where do the students go after program in KE College? You have to follow that. You have to have an extremely active alumni. Then the next component is governance and leadership. You have to be extremely active in governance leadership. Where there also you have to adopt technology. Mahatma Gandhi University has very active digital program. We have digitized almost all the activities. And the seventh component is innovations and best practices. You have to really look at best practices. You have to look at innovative ideas. So I request all the faculty members to be vigilant about all these parameters. I'm glad that Professor Joseph and Professor Ponmudiraj is going to address the gathering. And I request the participants to be very active, interact with speakers, ask questions, and make the program extremely brainstorming. And I wish all the best for this workshop. And I'm also giving a lecture tomorrow. Probably I have to give this lecture in the car because I have a meeting with the CM tomorrow. So on the way, probably I will give this lecture. With all your permission, I declare that the NAAC-sponsored National Conference on Revised Accreditation Framework has been inaugurated, and I wish all the best for this meeting, and I wish you a wonderful meeting, wonderful brainstorming sessions. Thank you so much, and I wish good success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Your thought-provoking address set a perfect platform for our speakers to deliver their presentations in the different areas of revised NAAC accreditation framework. At the outset, it's my privilege to invite Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, who is currently the academic advisor with the National Assessment and Accreditation Council and an international expert in training of assessors for the quality assurance and quality literacy, for the keynote address.
Can you start, ma'am? Can I start?
Yes, sir, we can start.
Oh, thank you. Most Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi University, Professor Dr. Sabu, the Honorable Principal of the College, IQAC Coordinator, Abraham Tali, NAAC Coordinator, Dr. Sandhya, people from different parts of the country watching live on this platform on Google Meet as well as in Twitter, YouTube, and other platforms of social media and YouTube. I have a technical session, so I'll just say 2-3 words and I'll just say Honorable Vice Chancellor has inaugurated this NAAC-sponsored seminar. So we wish all the people such as and ask more questions, clarifications on every part of the resource person presentations. And I request all the principals of colleges, especially the IQAC coordinators, to organize these type of NAAC-sponsored webinars and seminars face-to-face or blended mode, hybrid mode, dual mode, both face-to-face as well as following all the Government of India, State Government University guidelines, like regular sanitization and social distancing, following all the protocols, or only through webinar to virtual mode. Nowadays, people are in the new normal situation having both dual mode and virtual mode, both virtual mode as well as face-to-face. We leave it to the wisdom of the institution to organize these type of more webinars and participate and a very focused webinars. So please apply for these type of webinars on quality sustenance, quality enhancement on the topics of education, people wanted to know about documentation, standard operating procedures, specifically on these areas, and identified trust areas. In addition to that, there are NAAC-sponsored seminars without sponsoring money, that is called in collaboration with. So in collaboration, you can use our NAAC logo, and people say, no, we would like to organize, preferably 2 days or 1 day. And invite a lot of resource persons, internal resource persons, local resource persons, and new resource persons you should invite. Expertise is everywhere, and collective wisdom. The internal expertise should be recognized also. Internally, there will be many people who are experts. In addition to that, our peer team members are available. Our observers are there to help you all, to guide you. In addition to that, the UGC Parama scheme, the mentor-mentee institutions, people are ready to help. A-grade institutions, A++, A+ institutions, B+, all the institutions should help each other. Now, when I say help, it's very important. You don't outsource your activity of the preparation of SSR. Self-study report has to be done by the college, by the IQAC, by the steering committee, by the NAAC coordinators and the entire team. All the teaching staff and non-teaching staff should be involved. So this is the few things I thought I'll just, because I have a full technical session from 11 to 12, hopefully I'll just be able to join, or as soon as after the inauguration is over. Inaugural session is over. Now, with these few words I wanted to say, we have a lot of assessors. The principals and professors of the universities, please register yourself in the website of NAAC to become assessors of NAAC, so that you can go to other colleges, visit other colleges as an assessor. Do the online EAOP, come for AOP programs when we invite you, and go through the virtual AOPs also, all the training programs. Then enlist yourself as an assistant by correctly filling up the pro forma. And the Honorable Vice Chancellor talked about NIRF, talked about other activities of DSC, DBT, even including the ranking and accreditation, the new normal, which is a need of the hour. Very important accreditation process. So please undergo the process in time, like your license renewal, like your passport renewal. They're supposed to come before 6 months before the expiry. People say, sir, this situation, that situation, why don't you apply for IAQA? Though NAAC has told due to COVID that extensions are given, but good colleges normally apply before the expiry period. And there are extensions given. Due to COVID, we pray God that this pandemic, new coronavirus disease 2019, COVID-19 is out of the face of earth. We pray God. But given the situation of the new normal and the pandemic situation, this ICT enabled, this virtual, this online, all your webinars, teachings, e-learning platforms, everything is happening. And it's new paradigm. And people are learning, though it was there from the early beginning, from radio classes to TV classes to slides to lectures, OHP. But very few people were comfortable and utilizing and using those techniques. Perhaps all the good colleges were using right from the beginning. But nowadays, technology has to be completely exploited in the right sense, to the maximum utilization. So this is where teaching, pedagogy, movements, postures, very important. Otherwise, just sitting and talking, otherwise without any movements, without standing up, sitting down and writing on the board or on a whiteboard, or all these things matters a lot. In fact, education for the teachers also, because the classroom situation is different. You may be at home, you may be in a room, you may be traveling, you're connected, you may any way. So there are ethics on the camera, in-camera ethics. So people have to follow all these things, codes, so that there is no crisscross in talking or in sharing of the screen or in chat or in Q&A. So these few things have to be taken in mind, and hope all the resource persons, excellent resource persons have been invited, and all will be able to ask more questions and clarifications, how to fill up the SSR, whether SSR is essential, what is this SSR, why NAAC is asking so many documentation, what is the standard operating procedures, the number of books in the library, number of PhD produced, number of publications, number of classrooms, whether it reflects quality. Think, what is the philosophy of this manual? Why these questions are asked by NAAC? These people, what is the feedback system we all have? What is the feedback system NAAC is having? So please ask these type of, kind of queries and get enlightened. Otherwise, send an IMS. Otherwise, pick up a call out of a feedback management system. they're ready to help and guide. With these few words, best wishes for the webinar to the management of the college, to the principal, Dr. Bridget, and the Telly, Dr. Abraham Telly, the NAAC Sandhya, Dr. Sandhya, and the Honorable Vice Chancellor, and the entire team, and especially the audience, live audience. Thank you very much for joining us on behalf of the college. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us an insight into the process of NAAC accreditation. May I now request Father Dr. Xavier Chiramthara CMI, Vice Principal, K College, Mannanam, who is also a motivational speaker, a man with vision and good leadership qualities, to felicitate the occasion.
Thank you. A warm good morning to you all. The most respected principal of our college, Dr. Bridget Paul, Honorable Vice Chancellor of MG University, Kottayam, and our proud alumnus, Dr. Sabu sir, Southern Region NAAC Advisor, Dr. Bs Panmudiraj sir, formerly Principal of Newman College, Thoduvida, Dr. T.M. Joseph sir, Dr. Matthew Stitterly, our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Santhya, our NAAC coordinator, my dear and respected colleagues and students of K College, Mannanam, and the very respected teachers and students who are present today with us in this webinar from the different parts of our country. A warm welcome to you all once again to K College, Mannanam through this virtual platform. As we all know, the development of a nation depends on the quantity as well as the quality of the higher education system of a country. Hence, the relevance and the excellence of the programs offered in our higher education institutions and the increased access to their area of great importance. So in both these perspectives of quality and quantity, it is mandatory to ensure quality-based education in our higher education system. Of course, the National Assessment and Accreditation Council has come forward to ensure it with a set of parameters to check and assess the performance of our higher education institutions. The revised accreditation framework of NAAC helps the institutions to identify its strength, weakness, and the opportunities through an informed review process. It demands the need for inter and intra-institutional collaborations, need for being socially responsible, and the allocation of resources, etc., etc. In the present scenario, it is of much importance to discuss the ways and means of quality. We need to undergo assessment to get accredited. Assessment procedures are to be analyzed, and we should be in the right track for being assessed. The vision behind accreditation is to make quality and the quality itself. I firmly believe that the change in the education system which ensures quality will make the learning community more efficient and eradicate the problem of unemployment and underemployment. So this two-day national workshop focuses on a better understanding of the revised accreditation framework, the criteria behind it, and how we can implement the needed quality parameters in the day-to-day activities of institutions. I strongly believe that the experienced resources persons from reputed institutions can guide the young faculty participants of this webinar for a better execution of much needed parameters in every activity of their institutions. Let this workshop trigger a smooth transition from teacher-centric education system to a quality ensured system of education. I also take this opportunity to congratulate our IQAC and NAAC coordinators and the entire team, including anchoring and supporting team behind it, for conducting such a relevant webinar today. May this webinar be a fruitful one. And may the Almighty God bless us all. I remain thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. Now I humbly invite Dr. T.M. Joseph, former principal, Newman College, Thoduvida, a noted academician and IQAC Local Society representative, for felicitation.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Respected Principal of the college, Dr. Bridget Paul, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi University, Professor Sabu Thomas, Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, the NAAC advisor, Reverend Dr. Xavier Chiramthara, the Vice Principal, Dr. Matthew Stitelli, and Dr. Sandhya, the IQAC and NAAC coordinator, respectively. The esteemed participants in this webinar, and my dear friends. At the very outset, I offer my congratulations and best wishes to the manager, the principal, and the entire IQAC team of K College Mannanam in organizing a national webinar on such a very important topic as revised accreditation framework keep on changing in response to the changing global quality standards. The latest reaccreditation pattern is more focused, realistic, and based on objective criteria. It will serve the purpose of sustaining quality initiatives in higher education institutions. Quality sustenance is in fact a continuous process. It is not something that we take up at the end of a 5-year interval period or just before the next NAAC peer team arrives. Maintaining quality the delivery of our educational services of paramount importance as education institutions are engaged in the process of shaping the future generations of our country. If our educational institutions are not in a position to mold socially useful citizens, our educational activity is of no value. That is why the union government has instituted the assessment and accreditation activities. The accreditation activity is, in fact, a great step in keeping our education system productive. In fact, we need to understand that the accreditation process is not an end in itself. It is actually a means to an end. Getting accredited at the highest grade is not the purpose. The purpose is to maintain quality in our educational services under the pretext of the NAAC accreditation process. In this respect, I can proudly say that K College Mannanam is an institution that has been continuously keeping quality standards in its activities throughout its long history of nearly 7 decades. It has brought about social, economic, and cultural development in the region. As a person living in the same locality, I can very well say that had this institution not existed here, the social structure and the culture of Mannanam would not have been the same as we see today. Its alumni are spread over different parts of the globe, occupying coveted positions. It has given birth to a number of eminent scientists, academics, administrators, artists, sportspersons, social activists, and the like. Our Vice Chancellor himself is a proud alumna of KE College. Not only that, he is our Vice Chancellor. He is ranked as one of the foremost scientists in the world. He is included in the club of top 2% scientists in the world, identified by the Stanford University recently. KE College can definitely take credit for that. I wish and pray that this institution be able to produce more great men like Professor Sabu Thomas in the years to come. I congratulate the organizers of this national webinar on arranging a very balanced and distinguished panelists for the benefits of the participants in this academic exercise. I conclude my words by wishing this webinar every success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your influential message. Now I cordially invite Dr. Sandhya C, NAAC coordinator of the college, who is resourceful and persistently cheerful, to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected Principal, Dr. Bridget Paul, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi University, Dr. Sabu Thomas, NAAC Advisor, Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, Vice Principal, Father Dr. Chiramthara CMI, former Principal, Newman College, Thodupuzha, and College IQAC member, Dr. T.M. Joseph, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Matthew Stitelli, IQAC members, staff members, and dear participants. IQAC KE College Mannanam is privileged to host this NAAC-sponsored national seminar on revised accreditation framework. This platform ensures institutional quality enhancement through interaction with experts and also enable the faculty members to familiarize with NAAC accreditation criteria and the processes of evaluation. It is a great honor to propose vote of thanks to those who helped us to make this seminar a reality. First of all, I would like to express my profound gratitude to Principal Dr. Bridget Paul for the wholehearted support for all our endeavors. On behalf of IQAC, I wholeheartedly thank Dr. Sabu Thomas, Honorable Vice Chancellor, for inaugurating this seminar and delivering a thought-provoking inaugural address. On behalf of KE College, I would like to thank our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, sir, NAAC advisor, for enlightening us on various aspects of NAAC accreditation. I would also like to thank our beloved Vice Principal, Father Dr. Xavier Chiramthara CMI, for his moral support and guidance for this seminar, and also for the words of felicitation. I express wholeheartedly thankful to Dr. T.M. Joseph, former Principal Newman College Toduvira and College IQAC member, for the words of encouragement. Now, I would like to thank National Assessment and Accreditation Council for accepting our seminar proposal and sponsoring this event. I also take this opportunity to thank our mentors, Dr. Josh James sir and Dr. Suresh Matthew, for the support and encouragement. On behalf of IQAC and KE College, I extend my profound gratitude to our manager, Father Matthew Kalakal, and our college bursar, Father Joby Joseph Mugalil, for providing encouragement and support for organizing this seminar. I would like to thank IQAC coordinator, Dr. Matthew Stitelli, joint coordinator, Dr. Joliamma Matthew, secretary, Dr. Rinu Jose, joint secretary, Mr. Samuel TM, who are the backbone of the organizing team. I also take this opportunity to thank our anchoring team, Ms. Amal Sharon TJ, Ms. Mithila Baby, and Ms. Naomi Raju. My heartfelt acknowledgement to the support rendered by technical team, Mr. Tijo Matthews, Mr. Shibin Simon, and Mr. Jerin Victor. I thank profoundly our staff members for the cooperation and participation in this seminar. Last but not the least, words of gratitude to our enthusiastic participants and friends from educational institutions inside and outside Kerala. I wish you all very fruitful sessions ahead. Happy learning. Thank you.
Now, we are entering the first technical session of today on the topic Preparation of Self-Study Report. The speaker is Dr. Bs Panmudiraj. Let me briefly introduce the speaker. He is currently the advisor with the National Assessment and Accreditation Council India. Prior to joining NAAC, as an assistant professor in statistics, mathematics, and computer science, he was teaching in reputed institutions like Rice College, Bangalore, Loyola Evening College, Chennai, and Loyola College, Chennai. He had been a visiting faculty to Sardar Vallabhai Patel National Institute of Textile Management, Coimbatore. He has 28 years of teaching and administrative experience. His special interests are training of assessors for quality assurance and quality literacy, and has numerous national and international publications in reputed journals. He had organized national level assessors training programs and was a trainer for the same. He had published reports on higher education on specific areas. He has visited about 350 colleges and universities in India. He underwent training in Australia for quality assurance and peer review and visited a couple of Australian universities. As an international expert, he was the chairman of Accreditation Committee for the Department of Architecture, American International University of Bangladesh, Dhaka. He was in the Accreditation Committee for 3 colleges in Nepal and was a trainer for quality assurance and peer review workshop at Hanoi, Vietnam, and also coordinator for many international delegations on behalf of NAAC. Today, we are privileged to have an opportunity to listen to him, and on behalf of all gathered here, I welcome you, sir, to start the session.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a detailed presentation of self-study report, how to submit IAQA, Institutional Information for Quality Assessment. That is a kind of a letter of intent those days we talk about. Because people in Kerala and other states and people outside will be knowing, we are in the first cycle, some colleges for the audience, most of the colleges second cycle or third cycle or fourth cycle. Now people are coming for the first. Kerala and other states and people outside will be knowing. That means last 25 years you are with NAAC. And you know the process. Earlier it was accredited, not accredited. What is the new education policy 2020 talks about? Then we started with percentage, A, B, C, D, E grades. Then we started with the A, B, C grade. Then we started with A's 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. Then we started with A plus, B, B plus, B plus plus, C, C plus, C plus plus, then D grade, not accredited. Then we changed 2007, 2012, like your academic council and your boards of studies of an autonomous college or an university, we changed the syllabus and curriculum, the methodology and the process of assessment accreditation as per the requirements of the world across the globe, as well as the changing scenario of Indian higher education system. People will ask, sir, E is equal to MC square. Has it changed? A plus B whole square is A square plus 2AB plus B square. Is it changed? So some things are constant. Oxford University, Cambridge University, Stanford University, this is called by the Honorable Vice Chancellor Sabu about Stanford, and by the COP we are talking about, the Vice Principal talking about the top scientists. Now, what are constant? What are the changes? Is only the criteria changed, key indicator changed, weightages changed. We are asking about NSS, NCC extension activities. 53,000 colleges are doing blood donation. They are doing all NSS activities. So that question is common, whether it is important, how good you can do that. That is called performance. So all are teaching BSc Physics, MSc Plant Physiology. Now, what is unique about your institution? Pedagogy, research, competency, internship, people going to the field, to the Western Ghats or Eastern Ghats and collecting some. These type of things outperform the methodology. This is where, when we say the methodology is changed, we ask for documentation, quantitative metrics, qualitative metrics. We change the syllabus. So when we say NAAC methodology of the revised accreditation framework, which is implemented on 1st April 2017, launched in July 2017, and we have been kept on, the last revision happened on 16th November 2020. Several times, 6 to 8 times, we have changed here and there. Based on your feedback. Your feedback is more important. Feedback is not a complaint. You're not complaining against the process. You're telling, so we're asking these type of questions, we're asking these type of documents. Some of the documents are with the state government or with the university. So you give us these documents, will be difficult to be produced. So you give us your feedback. So based on the feedback, the standard operating procedures are edited. They are updated. So this is where you must try to understand. You must try to understand the processes. The processes of NAAC, procedures of NAAC. Very systematically. Please do not copy from others. Please do not outsource. In my inaugural speech, I said, keynote speech, I said, please do not copy. Don't copy your own third cycle, second cycle, first cycle report. They are updated. So whether you are checking plagiarism check, all the colleges are there. So many webs, 13,000 colleges, SSRs are available. So we know they got 4, we got 3, we got 1. So we are trying to do. Don't do it. Whom you are going to cheat. So many people, some people say, sir, they fabricated data. Complaints come, anonymous complaints, pseudonymous complaints, regular complaints, cases. They put on the file of PIL and cases like that, and they ask us, no sir, there is a fabrication of data. We talk about this very, very little bit of kind of a seriously we talk about, especially many people wanted to create a document, fabrication of document, manipulation of document. People insert the letterhead here for signatures, digital signatures. When you do, whatever the proof of evidence you have, you must present it. In 2015-16, out of 325 teachers, 12 teachers are having PhD. Simple question, simple answer. And we asked the 12 teachers PhD, photocopy or scanned copy of the PhD awarded degree, awarded. Synopsis over, this is over, that is submitted, no. Awarded, degree awarded by the controller of examination of the university. Whether it's an autonomous college, affiliated college, research center, we want the degree. So this is as per the standard operating procedure. Standard operating SOP asks about at least a synopsis or a close completion certificate, you put it. Whatever by SOP, you go by SOP. How that is going to assess, we are transparently, systematically, scientifically put step by step. The entire college teaching staff, criterion-wise committees, go through the website of Have this type of webinar, seminars, it will help you. Do not engage consultants. People are saying, sir, you give us 5 lakhs, 4 lakhs, then they're ready to give you SSR. They're ready to prepare documents. Don't never do that. We have put strict warnings on the NAAC website. So have seminars, conferences, workshops, call the other IQAC coordinators to help you, to guide you, to facilitate you, not writing the report. Have a 5 days workshop, 7 days workshop, Criterion Universe workshop. The teachers should do the self-study report. Very important, teachers also say, sir, we don't have time, sir. We are only doing NAAC work, DSC work, NIRF work, this work, that work, documentation, spiral binding, Xerox, scanning, uploading. Where is the time for research? Where is the time for teaching? These type of complaints also, feedback also comes to us. But I, as a teacher, for the last 29 years and with 24 years with NAAC, I can tell you, I can assure you, if I say I'm a good teacher, I'm a good researcher, then I'm a sure proof of evidence. My paper publications in the UGC careless. Plus UGC careless keep on changing stuff. No problem. That means why you are publishing in a kind of a journal which is futile. You know Scopus Index, you know Thomson Reuters, you know what are the index papers, you know what is a quality journal. If I say I'm a good high impact factor journals, Emerald journals, Spring or Alzheimer, why you publish in the other journals and you say UGC has removed that journal? Sir, NAAC is not counting that journal. Sir, I have published, sir, only 10 papers that I have published, sir. And you are not counting. So DVB is not taking care, sir. And we are getting 0 marks in that. Ask your teachers, your management, your principal, vice principal, dean, research to publish in good journals. Not curious journals, not shell journals. Go to the UGC website, campus. I'm a psychologist, I'm a political scientist. Get the international journals, 20, 30 journals, which are on top 10. You know, you're a subject expert. Interdisciplinary. Some people publish some psychology or education journals, education articles, and engineering journals. I do not know why. And why those people are also accepting, we do not know. So peer-reviewed good journals you must publish. So please go through the website of NAAC, manual of NAAC. Understand each question. Why NAAC is asking this question? You mean to say there are enough extension activities, the quality of the college is good? Whether NAAC tool is correct or wrong, check for yourself. You check for yourself. Go through systematically. If you have doubts, if you have problems, ask us whether this will be acceptable or not. We are preparing the SSR. AQR is different, this is different, NIRF is different. How to give the correct data. The earlier coordinator has given a data which is slightly different. Can we accept it? Can we increase the data or decrease the data? Can we give the factual data? You should give the factual data systematically. Truth, nothing but the truth. This is very important. So talk about the management correctly, write correctly, with clarity of thought, prepare the documents correctly. Whatever the documents existing, scan it correctly, legibly. One of the colleges is putting something which is irrelevant, uploading. It clearly says somebody is uploading, not even the coordinator. Keep on IQAC man, keep on computer zone man or a lady who understands computer science of uploading, not more than 5 MB. Put on your website, give URL link. Very important. Understand, try to learn, lifelong learning. What is URL? Everything refers to your website. Who will go and navigate and search? It should be URL. You should understand the exact link where the proof of evidence should be, and you should not remove from your website. 5 years it should be on your website. So these questions, very important. Try to have an internal mechanism. Churn out, present the data within the criterion-wise committees. You will get a successful SSR. When you prepare the SSR, you will see your quality is improved. When you prepare the SSR, quality is improved. Don't wait for your A+, A++, and say, sir, we are autonomous college, now you got B+. Then we are telling you, people do a lot of analysis based on your assessment outcome document. This is the response, this is the score, sir, we got only 3 marks. So you know how to improve. How many to improve, no one knows. You do not know the benchmarks, nobody knows, only the computer knows, system generated score. But categorically from the assessment document, you know where do you stand, where to improve. Very beautiful graphs are given, quantitative data. Please go through that, and try to improve, have as much activities as possible. and meaningful activities, not for NAAC. The principal sends a circular, chemistry department should have 5 webinars in one semester and 2 international webinars for one semester. Okay, good. You're doing for the sake of NAAC or NARF, or really you wanted to reach out your knowledge. Some 30 publications have come in MPhil or PhD or some MSc projects. We wanted to have an international community and wanted to share that particular data of exponential nature. Why that international webinar? Why that international seminar, workshop, conferences, symposia, exhibition? No, sir, we are routinely doing. We are routinely doing for 30 years. So because of COVID situation, we are doing webinars, sir. What is the purpose? You must be clear. I'm not against it. I'm telling you. I know universities which have done 3,000 webinars. 3,000. Good. They're trying to reach out. Share their knowledge. Learn. So be very clear on what you're doing. Then you record it accordingly in the self-study report. Criterion 1. People do not know how to write the boards of studies meeting, academic council, how to put it, employment, skill development separately, highlight the old syllabus, new syllabus, boards of studies members, boards of examiners, boards of moderation in the university, documentation, letters. IQAC doesn't have, every teacher has, but they do not want to share with the college or IQAC. Then what the poor IQAC coordinator, NAAC coordinator can do? How they can present? And once you fail or you get from A grade to C grade, then you come for appeals and you say, no, sir, we want some, we didn't do. Do it systematically, take your time. This is a simple sharing. I'm not advising, I'm only, my expertise, I'm trying to share my knowledge, I'm trying to share of people talking over the webinars. So with these few words, I request a small presentation. Kindly allow screen sharing. Dr. Kamble, I have a small presentation. Dr. Kamble from our assistant advisor, Dr. Kamble, will do a small detailed presentation. We'll have a detailed question and answers. We will give more time for you to ask questions, more than our presentation. As I told you in the inaugural one, please come before the expiry of your passport and two-wheeler or a four-wheeler license. Before 6 months before your cycle accreditation, apply your IAQA. If you want to ask for extension if required due to COVID, already extensions are already given. Please submit before your expiry period your IAQA. Second, 2019, 2020, 2021 academic year has been defined by the UGC. Please go to UGC website. Your university and state government also would have defined. NAAC has defined what is 2019-2020, 2020-21 academic year. Go through the website. There is a notification where you can include till 31st December 2020 in the SSR. Otherwise, our academic year is from 1st June to 31st May. Everybody may be aware. You cannot include other than this. If you are submitting IAQA now, last 5 years data, this academic year is called 2021 academic year. Last 5 years data is 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 19, 20. So last 5 years data, you're supposed to do it for your SSR, self-study report.
Good morning, one and all. Respected organizing committee, participants, and my senior colleague, Dr. Ponmudiraj. Now I'm going to do the presentation about assessment and accreditation process of higher education institutions and overview. See, the first presentation, that is IIQA. So before submission or before preparation of the SSR self-study report, IIQA part is very important. That is institutional information for quality assessment. So for filling the IIQA, before filling the IIQA, the institution must know the registration details. Since 2017 onwards, the institutions have already registered in NAAC portal. Then no need to register once again, they can log in directly, HI login. Those institutions have not registered in the NAAC portal since 2017 onwards in the RAF. They have to register first in new registration tab. Then only they will start the further work. Once the registration is successfully done by the institution, then they can fill the IIQA at any point of time. Instructions to the institution for submission of institutional information, that is IIQA. First, before submission of IIQA, eligibility is very important. Institutions Eligibility is important. Then they start the filling the IIQA. Then coming to process of IIQA. So during the filling of IIQA, institution they should select the appropriate type of the institutions. Whether your institution is an university, autonomous, or affiliated college, or health science, or teacher education, Sanskrit, or yoga, whatever. First, you select the types of your particular institutions. Then, if they're running multiple disciplinary programs, please refer guidelines available in the NAAC website. Example, so some of the colleges they are running undergraduate program. If they are running one more PG program, then they should select PG manual, means that is PG college. For that, there is a separate guidelines which is available in our NAAC website, that is manuals and standard operating procedures, guidelines, notification. Please refer that one. Then start filling the IIQA application. So this is the flow chart of the IIQA application process. Earlier, there was a two system windows for the submission of IIQA, but now that system was removed by NAAC. So institution they can apply at any point of time, means 24/7 into 365 days. So online accept online submission around the year. Then coming to basic eligibility. Before filling the IIQA form, eligibility is very important to the higher education institutions. With a record at least 2 batches of students graduated, means 2 pass-out students record is required, or be in existence 6 years, whichever is earlier. So that institutions are eligible for applying NAAC for assessment. Then coming to IIQA documentary record. So during the process of IIQA, list of documents are required to upload in the PDF format only. For the IIQA, latest application letter from the university, it is required. Say example now, January 21 is going on, means this is academic year 2021. So we need university application letter from the university, that is current application letter with all the programs. If the institutions they are running some professional courses like MBA, teacher education, or that, for that latest recognition approval letter from the statutory regulatory authority, SRA, like AICT or MCI, NCT, whatever it may be, if applicable. And those institutions are having to have 12B recognition certificate or general development grant released from the university. Those letters they should provide during the IIQA stage. Then letter from the UGC recognition award, that is CPA. If the colleges are having colleges with potential and excellence, then that certificate they should provide during the IIQA. Then proof of uploading AISHA certificate, and AISHA code is mandatory for all the institutions in the country. That certificate and that code is important. Then if change in the name, submit approval letter from the university. Some of the institutions, there is earlier name was different and present they are using a new name. For that purpose, change of name of the institution, that permission letter or approval letter is required from the concerned university. Then after accreditation, AQR is very important. AQR submission of AQR yearly to the NAAC through online, and that same AQR, it should be uploaded in their institutional website, and kindly provide a proper link for the AQR. Self-declaration is very important for application status, and that format it is available during the filling of IIQA. It is in the HEI portal. That format is provided by NAAC only. Undertaking form, it is also providing NAAC only during the filling of IIQA. In undertaking form, rules, regulation of the central government, state government, or UGC, or affiliating university and other any applicable bodies in the given format. But in the undertaking form, serial number H, IP address is required. Which system is using in the institution, that IP address you should mention in the undertaking form in serial number H with seal and signature of the institution. So these are the documents which is required for the processing of IIQA. So this is the screenshot of the IIQA which is available in filling stage of IIQA in your HEI portal. So point to be noted for clarification of the IIQA. So once the IIQA is submitted by the institution, or during the submission, some of the, if the documents are in regional language like in Tamil, Kannada, whatever Malayalam, that same letter they can translate in the English and upload along with the original letter, that translation letter. The name of the institution is same in IIQ application and other all supporting documents. Ensure that previous 4 AQRs are uploaded in the website. Ensure that during the assessment period, the institution website, it should be functioning. Then reassess institution, they cannot come another reassessment in the same cycle. During the registration process, kindly ensure that your AISHA number, AISHA code and AISHA certificate is mandatory, and the institution, they should use AISHA code number for the further process through NAAC. Details of all programs offered at the institution, including PG diploma, must be entered in the IQAC. Say example, whatever program they are running in the institution, if they are running PG diploma, that PG diploma also entered in the IQAC. But only number of certificate and diploma program need to be mentioned. Numbers, not a details of subject. So this is one. If serial number 9, if there is any discrepancy in the data given by the institution in IQAC, or any information or any documents, required documents are not submitted by institution, then concerned NAAC officer, he will be asked the clarification about the IQAC. Means the clarification should be answered through HI portal only. For normally, for IQAC clarification, 7 days time will be given to the institution. Then all notifications, communication, alerts and timelines with respect to the application of the assessment and accreditation process, or it is are available on the HI portal. All information is available in HI portal once there is then the successful registration, and all communication they should send through the portal only. Standalone institutions are considered as autonomous institutions for the purpose of assessment and accreditation. The institution, they can apply for assessment and accreditation process throughout the year. Earlier there was a window system. Now it is not like this. The HI can apply at any time, and there is no timeline for registration and submission of IQAC. However, the HI should submit self-study report to the NAAC within 45 days from the acceptance of IQAC. Then last process, acceptance and rejection of IQAC. During the IQAC process, after submission of IQAC to the NAAC, concerned NAAC officer, he or she will be review the IQAC, documents, information, all given in the IQAC format. Is there required any clarification? They will ask the clarification. After clarification received by the officer, then finally they will do the acceptance or rejection based on the IQAC document. So the acceptance or rejection of IQAC will be intimated through portal only, and that is auto-generated email to the registered email ID by the institution within 45 days. See, once the IQAC is accepted by the NAAC, immediately the system generated message email will come to the HI portal stating that your IQAC is accepted, and kindly submit online self-study report to the NAAC within 45 days. By any case or any reason, if IQAC is rejected, then institution, they may resubmit IQAC application for maximum 3 attempts without IQAC fees, including first rejection. Means after rejection, again there will be 2 more chances to the institution for resubmit the IQAC with same fees but in the same year. This is the brief information regarding IQAC. Next, after this, then coming to this is the help desk, supporting help desk. NAAC has come out with supporting help desk. So HI institution, they can raise a IMS in their portal if there is having any doubt, any clarifications. Within 24 hours, concerned NAAC officer, he will respond your query. So this is the NAAC help desk, the contact numbers, and email ID naachelpdesk@gmail.com. So then coming to self-study report SSR. Once the IQAC is accepted from the NAAC side, then immediately second step, it will start through online only, online mode, that is submission of self-study report within 45 days. See the assessment and accreditation process. It starts from registration, IQAC, self-study report, DVV, student satisfaction survey, peer team on-site visit, declaration of grade. Means there are important 7 steps during the assessment period. So after this, then during the filling stage of self-study report, details of various data is required through online only. See, in the SSR, there are 7 steps. 1, profile for the SSR. Profile is nothing but the basic information of the institution. Then guidelines for filling up SSR. What is the guidelines? Tool tips and upload button for better understanding of matrix, each matrix, and upload the supporting documents against the claims made. And data filled, it should be contextualized with the related matrix. And there is an upload limit of 5 MB. Each matrix there is having a 5 MB limit. If the documents are more than 5 MB, that same document the HI can upload in their own website and kindly give the proper link of that particular matrix. Then, here again I wanted to share some important things during the preparation of SSR. There are different types of the matrix in the SSR. So in that we are using 3 types of the calendars. See, matrix related to finance. Some of the matrix are related to finance. For finance purpose, proceedings of financial year, we are considering 1st April to 31st March every year. That is finance related documents. We are considering 1st April to 31st March every year. That is one financial year document. Example, audit reports, statement of expenditures, all related to the finance. Then coming to publication related data. For publication of the relating proceedings of the calendar year, that is 1st January to 31st December. And for other metric, the proceedings related to academic year purpose. Academic year purpose data we are using from 1st June to 31st May every year. 1st June to 31st May, that is academic year data we are using for the calculation. Then coming to profile of the SSR. Profile of the SSR is nothing but it is the basic information from the institution. See, basic information means name and address of the institution, principal, vice principal, IQAC coordinator, affiliated status, types of the institutions, and the recognized minority or what, source of funding, whether it is a government institution or grant in aid or self-finance or any other mode, date of establishment of the institution, which university it is affiliating, whether UGC recognition, all these are the basic information is required in the profile. Is the college recognized by UGC, which year, if having CPA, location of the campus, details of programs offered by the colleges, give the data for current academic as per the university affiliation letter, and fill the following details if applicable. List of the departments as required, number of teaching and non-teaching position in the institution, qualification of the teachings, and number of visiting faculties. So these are the basic information it is required in the profile of the SSR. So after this, SSR submission and readiness. Understanding of the metrics. Data and information submission, both quantitative and qualitative metrics. In the SSR, there are 2 types of the data, one quantitative metrics and qualitative metrics. Uploading relevant supporting documents related to the each metric. Go through the NAAC guidelines, manual and SOP. It gives a clear-cut picture about the metrics, and all these information it is available in our NAAC website. Preparation of data templates, reporting documents, and the links are very important. For all these purpose, so it is requested to the institutions kindly refer standard operating procedure, which is very helpful for submission or preparation of the SSR, including DVV clarification. So this is a screenshot of the submission of SSR. It is available in HI portal. So in next step in the SSR, that is extended profile and quality indicator framework. So extended profile contains all the data pertaining to denominators. Whatever data it is available filled by the institution in the extended profile, that data is taking for the denominator data for quantitative matrix evaluation. So here I can give you 4 or 5 examples related to the quantitative matrix. So number 1, program. So number of the courses offered by the institution across all the programs during last 5 years. That data is required. And one more, number of programs offered by year-wise during last 5 years. So as per the university affiliation letter, that data is required in the external profile. So related to student details. number of students year-wise during last 5 years. That year-wise data is required. Number of seats are marked for reserve category as per the Government of India rules or state government rules. That is a reservation policy. As per the reservation policy, how much students admitted year-wise, that data is also required in the extended profile. Number of outgoing or finalist students year-wise, means pass-out student details is also required. Then coming to academic purpose, the number of full-time teachers year-wise during last 5 years, number of sanctioned posts year-wise during last 5 years. Related to institutions, the number of classrooms and seminar halls. How many classrooms are there with seminar halls, with SED? Total expenditure excluding salary year-wise during last 5 years, and number of the computers. All these are the basic information, and means these are the data we are taking as a denominator data. Then coming to quality indicator framework. Now filling the IIT SSR, each criteria wise, there are 7 criteria. Out of that 7 criteria, total 1000 weightages are there. Each criteria different weightages there. UG separate and PG separate, but totally 1000. Then this is the distribution of matrix key indicator across criteria. So criteria are same for all the institutions, that is 7 criteria. Little bit key indicators slightly change between one institution to another. Here example UG and PG, 31 and 32 for UG and PG 32. So qualitative matrix 35 for UG and 36 for PG. And quantitative matrix 58 for UG and 60 for PG. So totally 93 matrix are there for UG courses, means UG college, and PG colleges 96 matrix. So during filling the SSR or preparation of the SSR, here 5 kinds of quantitative matrix we are giving the examples. The first, there are 5 kinds of the matrix which is available in the SSR during the preparation of SSR or filling the SSR. See, number 1, the sum of the quantitative matrix which seeks year-wise data, means for last 5 year data. Year-wise data is required, that is last 5 year data. Matrix average percentage of full-time teachers with PhD, year-wise, that data is also required. That is related to 5 year data. Then second important, quantitative matrix which seeks to block year data, means collectively for the last 5 years. Example, percentage of the programs in which CBCS system or elective courses system has been implemented, that is a collective data is required for last 5 years. And number of programs in which CBCS elective courses system it was implemented in the institution. Third kind, quantitative matrix which seeks input data based on the option. Some options are there. Based on the options, the institution they can give any one of the above, 2 of the above, all of the above. Say example, the institutions having all these facilities, e-journals, Shodh Sindhu, Shodh Ganga membership, or e-books or database. And fourth kind of the quantitative matrix, it seeks a input data for latest completed academic year, means last completed academic year. Current year academic means last completed. See, percentage of the students undertaking project work or field work or internship, that data is required. Last current year data means last completed year data. For this, along with the supporting documents is required. Then fifth one, some of the metrics are there which quantitative matrix automatically calculated the responses for the metric using the data provided in extended profile. Directly system will take some of the data from the extended profile which filled by the institution. Example, student full-time teacher ratio. Example, how many students year-wise admitted in the institution, that data is also available in the extended profile. How many full-time teachers during last 5 years, that is also available in the extended profile. That both data the system only select, then system only give the score. Number 1, average percentage of full-time teacher against the sanction post. This is also sanction post is also you have mentioned in the extended profile, and total full-time teacher details is also available in the extended profile. So this is the screenshot which institution filled year-wise data. See example from 1, 2, 3, 5 year data it is available. Like this, it is visible in institution portal during the SSR submission or filling the stage. So this is also one screenshot. See, coming to data templates and documents, which documents are very requirement. Each criteria, what criteria says and what documents are required, means supporting documents are required. Without supporting documents, that metric evaluation will be will not done by the DV partner. See, the templates for submitting data with respect to quantitative metrics are given in the consecutive pages. Each quantitative metric, the kinds of data to be uploaded are indicated in tabular form, Excel format. Each quantitative metric, the template Excel format, it is available in their portal only during filling stage of SSR. As per the request, as per the template, the supporting documents are required. For example, some of the documents are very, very important, which is related to metrics. Some of the documents, such as a minutes of meeting, example, BOS meeting, academic council meetings, IQAC meetings. So these are the minutes of meetings is also required with seal signature of the institution, head of the institution. Action taken report, example, action taken or analysis report is related to feedback. So most of the institution, they are collecting only feedback form. Then after collecting, analysis report and action taken report is also required. That action taken report is also available in their institution website. Related to the finance, statement of account, our audit report is also required year-wise. Award letters, our certificates is also required. Award letter and award certificates only we are considering. Appreciation letter we are not considering. Thanking letter also we are not considering. Only related to the metrics, award certificates or award letters are the considering. Appointment letters for full-time teachers, example, what documents are required? Appointment letters. So like this, there are so many documents are required related to the each metric and need to be uploaded. All these documents need to be uploaded as a where required. Wherever these are in the bulk hyperlinks to the appropriate web page in the HI website to the given. If the documents are more than 5 MB in that particular metric, that same document, the institution, they can upload in their own website and kindly provide a proper link. Data or supporting documents provided over Google Drive will not be considered. See, this is one template and suggested documents for verification. So this type of the template is available in each criteria in the HI portal. Say example, what it shows, the percentage of programs in which CBCS elective courses system has been implemented in the institution. For this, the institution, they should fill this template, program code, or name of the program, and which year it was introduced, status of the CBSE implementation, yes or no, year of implementation, which year it was introduced. If introduced, kindly view the supporting documents related to this metric, means syllabus of the CBCS or minutes of the BOS meetings. So like this, there are separate, each metric wise different templates are available during filling stage of SSR. So this is also a screenshot of this executive summary. Then executive summary means, executive summary in the SSR, it is nothing but it is the main highlights features of the institutions, means introductory note on the institution, its location, vision, mission, types of the institution, all this. Criteria wise summary is required in the executive summary, and strength, weakness, opportunities in the institution, any additional information, overall conclusion of the institution. It should not be more than 5,000 words totally in the executive summary. So this is a screenshot of the executive summary. So after this, optional metric is important. So during the filling of the SSR, the sum of the metrics which is not available to the institutions, which is not applicable to the institution, they may opt out some of the metrics. But one rule is there as per the NAAC guidelines, criteria 1, 2, and 7 is the compulsory, and qualitative metrics will not opt out. Only if they wish to opt out some of the metrics, institution, they may opt out from criteria 3, 4, 5, and 6 only. And one condition, not more than 10 weightages from each criteria, and maximum 30 weightage it is applicable to opt out, means 3% of the opt out matrix. So after optional matrix, coming to the rules for opting of the non-applicable matrix. Then regarding withdrawal, after optional matrix, withdrawal. So once the institution successfully submitted self-study report to the NAAC, there is no provision for withdrawing the SSR. But for any reason, if the institutions doesn't complete the assessment and accreditation process, that same information it has withdrawn or not completed the assessment and accreditation process, that it should be hosted both on HI website apart from NAAC website. Such institutions, if they want to apply immediately, no. If they want to reapply, they should come after 1 year from the date of submission of SSR along with fresh fees, fresh IIQA. So after successfully submitted of the SSR, the next step, that is data validation and verification. The parallelly, two processes will be started after submission of the SSR to the NAAC. One, the data validation and verification and student satisfaction survey. Now here first I can give the presentation about student satisfaction survey. Now today's webinar, it is the affiliated colleges. So I can give the example related to the affiliated colleges, the online submission of student satisfaction survey. And it is related to two criteria, two teaching learning process. It comes under criteria number 2.7 in the matrix 2.7.1. That is purely quantitative matrix with predetermined weightage is 60. And this 60 weightage, it is applicable for UG and PG colleges. That 60 weightage for student satisfaction survey. And 50 weightage for student satisfaction survey, it is applicable only autonomous colleges. And 30, the 30 weightages, it is applicable for the university level only. The students participating in the survey will remain anonymous throughout the process. This is the screenshot of the student satisfaction survey. So this is the format which is available in the HI portal during filling stage of the SSR in criteria number 2.7 in matrix 2.7.1. This format is a compulsory. The institution, they should fill as per the requirement of the details. Means name of the student details is required, gender, category, state, nationality, email address of the student, which program name, inequality, mobile number and year of joining. So this information is mandatory to fill all the details in this given format. In the format, column names and order should not be altered. No columns or no cells should be left blank. Repetition of the name, email address, mobile number are not allowed. Any typographical error will not be recognized in the system. And there is only one separate column for NEQ enrollment ID. In the absence of separate IDs, the institution, they can submit one ID. And the total time period for the SSS, it is 30 days. The precaution to be taken for a student satisfaction survey by the institution. On-campus student data is required. On-campus means on-rule students data is required. A fair and in-place student data is required. Valid email addresses are required. For this purpose, what is the process for the response? So minimum 2 survey will be attempted from the NAAC side. After submission of the SSR, first attempt will be initiate 30%, remaining 70 for second attempt to reach the desired level of the responses from the student. For the colleges, the minimum 10% of the student population or 100 students, whichever lesser, that response is required to complete the successfully student satisfaction survey. Then coming to about questionnaire. There are 21 questions are there. All those 21 questions are available in NAAC website. Consisting of several facets which is related to teaching learning process. Some of the major components of the questions which is related to specific teaching skills of the teachers, like subject knowledge of the teacher, communication skill, class preparation, and use of ICT tools for the teaching. And some of the facet questions which is related to the overall approach of the teacher and institutions which respect to the providing right environment, motivation, interpersonal relationship, and feedback. So invite link will be valid from to 7 days, and that is the first initial survey. So here I can give one example for an ex-college. See, one ex-college currently enrolled students in the IIQA has given the 1,500 students. That means 1,500 students admitted in the institution. But as per the NAAC norms, 50% student details is required in the format for the student satisfaction survey. In this case, 1,500 means 750 students details has given by the institution for the survey. So coming to this box, so out of 750, first 30% initial survey will be started by NAAC. Means 30% means out of 750, 225 students will be receive the link for the survey. So out of that, as per the NAAC guidelines, minimum 10% of the total student population or minimum 100 student response is required to complete the survey. In this case, 10% means out of 1,500 students, 10% means 150 students response is required, or 100 students, whichever is lesser, to complete the successfully survey. But in this box C, by any reason, if the students has given only 99 students answer the survey, means we need minimum 100 or 10%. If one student has not responded the survey, means 99 students has responded the survey, system only give the 0 score. For this purpose, institutions, they should encourage the students, they should motivate the student to give the response of the survey, but not influence to the student. So this is the survey. So survey completion, the survey will complete on expiry of 30 days. It should be in maximum 30 days survey. If 10% of total population of students participate in the survey, once the survey is over, the aggregated average score calculated from the system for student satisfaction survey will be added to the criteria 2. So after the student satisfaction survey, coming to DVV, data validation and verification. So what is the DVV process? Well, DVV process is nothing but it is the third-party validation and verification of the data provided in the SSR. Whatever data it is provided in the SSR, whatever documents provided in the SSR, based on that documents only related to quantitative matrix evaluated by third party. That is the DVV process. See, coming to process of the DVV, the quantitative matrix only in the SSR will be sent for the DVV partner. DVV partner verifies all the data, all the documents submitted in the SSR related to quantitative matrix, each templates, supporting documents, and other external sources. DVV partners may raise queries for those metrics where the deviations are found in the data. The institutions found to be providing incorrect information or any data during validation and verification stage will be asked for the clarification. During the review of evaluation of the DVV process, is there any required any clarification? The DVV partner will ask the clarification to the institution, and it should be visible in their each metric against to each metric. The queries will be available on the HI portal against each metric. You are requested to submit clarifications or edit the data or supporting documents inappropriate. On the basis of the clarification submitted by the institution, that same clarification again will be sent to the DVV process. The detailed information about the supporting documents during DVV process are available on the standard operating procedure. Hence, it is requested to the institutions kindly refer standard operating procedure, and it is very helpful for preparation of SSR and also give the DVV clarifications. If the data is large, the same documents each institution they can provide in their website. If the data are more than 5 MB in that particular metric, the same data documents, it should be uploaded in their institution website and kindly give the proper link. And there will be only one chance to the edit the data from the HIN. Hence, the institution, they should take care while editing the data. Your timely response to the clarification within the stipulated time will be avoid delay in processing the SSR. And normally 15 days time will be given to the institution during DVV clarification stage. So this is screenshot which is available in the institution website. DVV deviation, the extended probable deviation, matrix level deviation, there are 4 deviations is found in the process. No answer change, HI clarification accepted, and DVV suggested recommended change after clarifications. These are the 4 deviations which is found in the process of DVV. So this is the extended profile, which is screenshot. It is available in the website. Example, this metric, what it shows, number of students year-wise during last 5 years. So institution, they have submitted this data, and based on this data, they have provided their supporting documents in PDF file or in Excel file. So all these are the screenshots which is available in there. So this is the standard operating procedure which is available in our NAAC websites. Then after this, non-compliance of the DVV. Institutions are normally given 15 days time to complete the DVV process, and are supposed to respond within stipulated time. during the DV clarification stage, in any reason or unforeseen situations such as a natural calamity or political disturbance or present situation that is COVID-19. If institutions they fail to comply with the DV process, further 7 days time will be given to the institution with the approval of the competent authority. If even beyond the extension of that 7 days, the institution doesn't complete the DV clarification process, then the assessment and accreditation process of such institution can be terminated at the level of DV clarification stage only. And whatever they paid the fees, that is IIQ and first installment HSR, that all paid fees will be forfeited. If they want to again reapply for the assessment, they should apply after 1 year as a fresh IIQ with fresh fees. So then pre-qualifications. So institution, after completion of DVV and stable S process, the score will be generated to all the quantitative metrics based on the benchmark. As of now, benchmark is very confidential with NAAC and will not disclose to anybody. If an institution score at least 25% in overall quantitative metrics, then only the institution will be declared as a pre-qualified institute for the on-site peer team visit. And if not pre-qualified, institution may reapply for assessment and accreditation process after 6 months from the date of declaration of the pre-qualification. So this is the flow chart about the pre-qualified. If pre-qualified, go for a qualified, then after qualified, then it is eligible for on-site peer team visit. If pre-qualified, not pre-qualified, then the institution, they should apply after 6 months as a fresh IIQA with fresh fees. So after this, then logistic and on-site visit. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay. After this is on-site visit. That is different. So with this brief presentation of details about IIQA, preparation of HSR, DVV, and student satisfaction survey, I conclude my presentation here. But before concluding, quality and investment, not an expense. Together, we invest in quality on higher education. Namaskar, one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, sir, and Dr. BK Cambley, sir, for your enlightening words. Now the topic is open for discussion. You can unmute the audio for clarification, and those who have joined the meeting via YouTube can post your queries in the chat box.
Otherwise, one information to all the participants.
Okay, sir.
If you have any doubts, any clarifications, they can raise their issue in their HI portal, or they can send an email to naachelpdesk@gmail.com. Within 24 hours, concerned officer, he or she will be respond the queries.
Sir, here is the first question posted by Shiju Alex. Can documents be uploaded in a subdomain? Example, iqac.website.com. Can the document be password protected with password shareable to NAAC?
See, madam, if any document, the institution, they can submit the documents in only PDF. Or if each metric there is having limit 5 MB. If the documents are more than 5 MB, that same document institution they can upload in their own website and kindly give the proper link against to that metric. So institution they should not upload in Google Drive or any mode of the type of the documents.
Okay, sir. May I now invite Professor Jency Francis, Head of Department of Commerce, KE College, Mannanam, to express gratitude to Dr. Ponmudiraj and Dr. Cambley for giving us valuable practical insights in SSR preparation.
Thank you, Mithila. Good afternoon, all. Myself, Jency Francis. As we have come to the end of this technical session 1 today, I am here to extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, sir, who is currently the academic advisor with the NAAC India, who has collaborated with us for conducting the NAAC-sponsored national webinar and delivering such a wonderful session on the topic preparation of self-study report, which is the quality status of an institution. He has given a brief view of many aspects related with preparation of SSR, such as the importance of understanding the procedures and processes of NAAC, standard operating procedures, preparation of factual data and documents, and especially the role of teachers in the preparation of SSR. Indeed, your session, sir, was a major addition to our knowledge base. The explanation was so simple. Words are not enough to express our sincere gratitude to you, sir. Still, on behalf of IQAC, Kuriakose Elias College Mannanam, and all present with me now online, I extend a big thanks to Dr. Bs Panmudiraj, sir, wholeheartedly for doing such an insightful session and for enlightening us with your immense knowledge and for patiently answering to all our queries. I also wish to express my gratitude for providing encouragement to all the participants by sharing the insights on this most relevant area. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.